wanted to awkwardly talk about my Weeaboo roommate experience. This is a spur of the moment video, so I didn't really do a outline. But basically, so I met this group of people that seemingly like the same things that I liked my freshman year of college. So my sophomore year this time last year, I roomed with them. That was a mistake. So this girl, let's call her Bethica. Bethica and Hispaniboo, which is the other roommate. Hispaniboo did some things that she should have not done, which led me to getting angry, such as sleeping with her boyfriend when she knew full well that I was about to walk into the room, because that's when I always walk into the room. Leaving rotten mushrooms in my refrigerator so that the rotten mushroom juice got underneath my refrigerator. That's the thing that happened. And yeah, so I got mad, and the weeaboo is white. Not a surprise. There's black weeaboos too, but not a surprise. And she basically talked about how I was aggressive because I got angry at the fact that she did me dirty. And who I'm saying she is the Bethica. Bethica the weeaboo is the one that I'm talking about that called me aggressive. Her boyfriend is half Hispanic, half Asian, and she calls him my little Asian boy. She ran around telling people, one of my best friends I've had for the past 6 years, she kept telling her that, oh, I was walking around the room and intimidating her, which was not a thing. I'm a singer, so I sung 3 times with them being in the room because I recorded everything in my little Rilakuma notebook. Well, I didn't have it at the time, but I recorded it in my head. And she accused me of distracting her while she's doing her homework. She was really there. She was always trying to keep her boyfriend by spreading her legs in his room. And I'm kind of all over the place, but yeah, it was typical weeaboo madness. And then I wear a lot of cutesy like pastel colors that she can't pull off because she just looked like an old lady because she's not dressing according to who she is. She's dressing according to how she thinks the average Japanese girl dresses. She wants to move to Japan and be this wonderful, and we had this Japanese history class together one time, and the teacher was very obviously blatantly racist. Because a lot of the teachers at our school are actually blatantly racist. Like, it's kind of bad. And she like defended the teacher, saying that Japanese people were worse than the Nazis. He didn't say Japanese government. He didn't say Japanese military. He was like, Japanese people were worse than Nazis during World War II. And I was like, oh. And she tried to defend him saying that, and I'm like, aren't you in love with Nipponen? And she would try to boss me, and the Hispaniboo is Asian, so also another minority, but she would try to boss the two of us around a lot, and I don't think the Hispaniboo really recognized it, but I did, and she thought that she just knew more about everything than anyone else. And her little Asian boy very blatantly liked something about my face. I don't want to say outright crush, even though that's what the truth is. But if I can tell other people, if I can tell, other people can tell, because I'm pretty oblivious when it comes to things like this. and he would make comments about how short my skirts were, and when I wasn't speaking to the Weeaboo Bethica anymore, um, he would still try to form some sort of interaction. You could just tell. As a girl, you can just tell. And we have a lot of neck beards at our school, and a lot of them do the whole typical, I'm just a nice guy, and I can do nothing wrong, even though I totally broke up with my girlfriend that I've been dating for a while and made up all sorts of excuses and then immediately asked someone else out because I cared so much about the previous relationship. I'm just an innocent little old baby. True story. Um, I don't mess with dumb people. They still try to talk to my best friend, and my best friend is so nice that she can't just be like, fall down a flight of stairs and leave me alone. And since I'm in Seoul right now for study abroad, they're especially trying to weasel their way and talk about how innocent they are and that I'm just this mean, awful, inconsiderate person, even though the amount of times to which I've just let things go is ridiculous. And she would get upset if she heard that, like, I could see it on her face whenever you say that there's a black girl that is fairly successful in Japan and has been longer than some of the white girls that go down there, because you know some of the white models that go down there, they have a tendency of over photoshopping. There's black girls who do this too, but a lot of the time they do this whole living Barbie thing, and then it ends up being that that person's face does not look like that's not real. And she got like visibly tense, and then she only stayed with us one semester and she moved out the next semester, and you could tell that she actually didn't really know anything about anime. And then her boyfriend likes Kingdom Hearts, so she would talk like she knew something about Kingdom Hearts, but she didn't. She just liked the really, like, which is fine, liking slice of life animes, but she would talk as though she knows so much about anime, but a lot of the classic animes she's never even seen or heard of, and the Hispaniboo was the same way. What else? Yeah, she was just really jealous, and even admitted that she was jealous. But the last things, so she got my phone number without my permission when I hadn't been speaking to her because I was sick of her racist bullcrap. And she went to the Hispaniboo and got my phone number from the Hispaniboo because the Hispaniboo had my phone number, and was telling me what to do about the fruit flies in the room, because I work at a Starbucks. So you have the audacity to tell someone who works at a Starbucks how to handle fruit flies? And she obviously didn't know what she was doing, because she was saying very basic, like, I just Googled it and read the first thing kind of thing. And I was like, I'm the one that got rid of the fruit flies in the room, because I got vinegar, like a smart person, and put vinegar traps around the room. And by the time we came back, because we all left that weekend for whatever reason, because I usually don't leave during the weekend, the fruit flies were all gone, they were all dead. And she kept shut. Again, she was doing this, I'm the white girl, I tell the minority what to do. And if you're white and you're watching this, it's probably hard for you to understand what that means and where that's coming from. But when you're a minority, you usually can just tell. There's a difference between giving advice and thinking that let me guide the dumb minorities to the right direction. And she left this long passage about how, oh, she used to hate herself, which she still does, obviously, because, and I remind her of the time that she hated herself, which is the time that is still now, and that, she feels bad about herself when she looks at me. That's not my problem. And she pointed out that's not my problem, but you still made it my problem and continue to make it my problem because you continue to speak to people who are friends with me as though you haven't run around doing a smear campaign because I don't want to be your alternative Negro. That's the message for today. I'm not your alternative Negro. I refuse to be. I will never be. That's not what Malcolm X fought for. You know what Malcolm X fought for? For a little black girl to be able to be on a college campus, even on internationally. And guess what that little black girl's doing? She's at an Ivy League in Korea right now. I mean, it's easier for foreigners to get in, I'm not gonna lie. But that's besides the point. You know, it was a terrible experience, and I have really bad luck with roommates. I'll tell more roommate stories. It's real bad. It's not fun. I should sit in the center more. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? You know, I don't mess with those people no more. No. No. And like, she'll see me around campus and she'll get really intense. Cause I have this thing where I just act like I didn't see you, but I'm really observant cause stranger danger, and I see you. You're not important enough for me to know that I saw you. But other than that, she hasn't done anything directly. It's a lot of passive aggressive crap. I'll probably explain it better later because I don't have that much room on my phone to film, and I have like 30 seconds left. But if you want to hear more roommate stories, please subscribe, please, and like the video, and share with your friends. My teeth look yellow.